in November, I'm turning 25, which is kind of insane to me how fast time has gone. But the main reason I bring that up is because I still don't know who I am. I feel like I'm still constantly trying to find myself. And like I kind of found bits and pieces of myself over the years. It hasn't been completely fruitless, the journey of life, but the reason why I feel this way is most of my life I spent masking, so I don't really know who it's not well, I spent most of my life masking, which means I've always hid behind some sort of facade in order to be somebody. And typically while everybody else is like developing and figuring themselves out, I was masking and basically being what other people wanted me to be or needed me to be. Never quite actually being someone of my own accord, like somebody I created myself. And it's left me puzzled. And I mean, it wasn't until last year that I got an official autism diagnosis. And that put a whole lot of my life into perspective. A perspective that I needed, and it tells me why I've always kind of struggled with being who I am. Because a lot of times it's always been like, don't do this, don't do that. Whenever I, kind of effed up some social rules or cues or whatever. And I'm kind of stuck / stranded, figuring out who I am. Because since I spent most of my life masking and kind of basically, but also not just masking, but also I've been quietly resigning myself to the background of everywhere I go, just because that was the way I got by. That was my camouflaging that I had that helped me camouflage into the background, basically. And it's what kept me safe. It's what kept me under the radar and out of everybody's attention, because one thing I have known for sure is that, or at least this is just somewhere in my brain where it's just like attention means something bad. Like having attention on me is bad. So, yeah, it's, and I'm trying to train myself out of that not all attention is bad, and that it's okay to be noticed. It's okay to have a presence, to be part of the room. And you know, as much as I want the healing journey to be like straightforward and like it's easy for me to say that, but actually doing it is another story. But I feel like when I do this, when I do YouTube, when I make videos, I'm purposely putting a spotlight on me, and I feel like it kind of helps. So that's kind of the reason why I do YouTube and make these videos, is because it helps. It helps to sometimes just get things out, some things that I don't always get somebody to talk to. I don't have a big social circle, so it's just like sometimes it's just nice to just rant about things, and, But anyway, yeah, I'm trying to get over this fear of being seen, being heard, and also because like me coming out of my bubble, me becoming someone is gonna probably draw some attention, especially from the people who know especially from the people who know me now, as they start to see a bit of my truer colors. Yeah, people I know are gonna notice, and I'm afraid that them noticing is gonna be like a bad thing. It's gonna be like bad attention on me. And you know, I can hear people kind of saying, just don't pay attention what other people think, like yada yada yada. And it's just like, yeah, that's true. You shouldn't really pay as much attention to what other people think, but when it's been my whole way of life up until this point, it's kind of hard. I've been doing this for 24 years. I'm a professional at this. I don't know what else to do. So it's just like I have to break my own habits. And yeah, it's about breaking my own habits. I'm realizing as I'm getting older, it's about getting out of my comfort zone, breaking bad habits, and kind of purposely putting myself into situations where it might be new, it might be uncomfortable, but I don't know. I know deep down it's better than doing nothing, living a lie, or just living a life that isn't even mine. Because like I think that's where a lot of my deeper, I don't know, sadness comes from. Sorry to get all touchy feely, but yeah, it's just the more I cage myself and don't allow myself to be who I am, of course, the more distressed I would be, like anybody would be. Like, I feel like that's normal, and that's a normal response. And I'm really trying to figure out who I am after this autism diagnosis. Not only was I trying to find myself before the diagnosis, but I'm really, after getting the diagnosis, it's like I'm really, really trying to find myself. And among other things that's kind of happened in my life, situationships and stuff. And I don't know, I keep questioning, I keep asking, it's like, is this all that life has to offer for me? is this it? You know, because at the end of the day, I'm realizing that I don't want this to be it. I want something more. I want something more from life. And I think it's okay to say that and to ask for that, to ask for more, to want more. I think that's okay. Because if I don't ask for more, if I just stay where I am and never do anything, and never push myself, I don't know, it's boring, it's dead, it's not alive. My life is, at least, and I'm not as happy. I felt like I was, weirdly enough, I was kind of happy with part of my life where I had a situationship. And if you know me, I don't do, well, typically I don't do situationships. I don't do people. I don't do people. And also I don't do love. I don't do feelings. Because they get complicated, and it's not saying that I just typically avoid people. And yeah, I live a sad, lonely life doing that, just avoiding people all the time, but that's another story for another day. But anyway, I was just thinking, like, if I just never went along with it, where would I be now? Would I be happy? Like, life is happening constantly, currently, all the time. And it's just like, if I don't put myself out there, if I don't, if I'm constantly afraid of getting my feelings hurt, or constantly afraid of rejection and what might go wrong, what do I have left? It's not much, because life, it be unpredictable sometimes, and it just be happening, and life does what it do. It do what it does, I don't know what I'm saying. But anyway, but yeah, basically, there's so much life out there, and why am I holding myself back and not allowing myself to, like, try new things and bloom? And I don't know, I just want to bloom. I want to be the happiest I can be. And of course, I know I can't maintain that all the time, but it's better than being without, not having anything. So, I think I'm going to leave this here before I start rambling even more. If you'd like to check out more of my videos, I've got plenty of them. Some of them just me sitting there rambling about things, but I think about important things. It's not just nothing. But anyway, yeah, I want to post more videos, and I don't know, find myself through the things I do. And I would like to make more videos. It would be another thing I find myself through. But anyway, peace out. Have a nice day. Be kind to people. Also, excuse the mess back here. Alright, peace. Bye.